Hey everybody, I'm Trevor and I'm your presenter. We're talking about PayPal today, specifically PayPal for our newer clients in the program that are looking to set up an account for the first time or just looking to learn some of the basics about what PayPal is and why it's useful and why we need to use it for eBay specifically. So I am going to show you guys how to set up a new account. Before I do though, occasionally I come across one of my clients when I suggest that they set up a PayPal account, and they come back to me and they say, Trevor, I'm not even sure what you're talking about. What's PayPal, right? Now, PayPal's not that old. It was actually set up back in like the late 90s. I think it's 1998. They set up PayPal. So I guess it's all relative, but some of you guys might say that's a long time ago, but it's really not that long ago. 98's not that long ago. But most people these days know about it and may have maybe used it. But just to define it quickly, guys, PayPal is just like it's a bank basically. It's like an online bank account and acts just exactly like a bank would act almost. Okay. So when you have your own PayPal account, it's serious business. It's your own online bank account, and it's a way for you to easily collect payments online, especially for you guys that are running businesses. You can use your PayPal account to collect money if somebody wants to pay you for something, right? And I always get the question, well, how trustworthy is it? Is it, can I trust that my money and my personal information is going to be safe within PayPal? Well, yes, you definitely can. PayPal, I think their latest number, they said they've got about 165 million active users. So, I mean, it's very popular, right? Could be more popular than your bank or credit union that you currently use. So it's totally safe. I wouldn't worry about it. They work in 100 different currencies, 120 different markets across the world. And they actually transact, this is kind of what blew my mind a little bit, they actually transact $12.5 million a day in money sort of going back and forth. So I guess I tell all of you guys that just so that when you create your own PayPal account that you actually feel safe. If you get a big balance in there and you're doing a lot of business, it's no different than having a bank, because that's really kind of what it is almost. It's just a safe store of your money. So feel comfortable with it, okay? So that's a little bit about PayPal in general. Now let's get to the good stuff and let's talk about how you set up your account for the first time, okay? First of all, just go to the website, paypal.com. It'll look like this, and it looks a little different to all of my clients depending on when you go to it. Their homepage varies a little bit for some reason, but what's always going to be true is there's usually going to be a button here at the top to sign up, okay? So I'm going to click sign up, top right, and it's going to take me to a page that looks like this. They're going to say, okay, you can sign up for free, so it doesn't cost anything to sign up with PayPal, but they're going to say, okay, what do you want to do? You can either do a personal account or you can do a business account. Now I'm curious, you guys who are here live with me today, what kind of accounts did you guys set up when you first started this? Was it a personal account or was it a business account? I've actually recommended both over the years. I'm going to make more of a firm recommendation towards doing a business account going forward. Personal accounts are fine. Like, you can still get paid on eBay through a personal account. So if you set up a personal, it's completely fine. And you can do that without a problem. Going forward, though, I'm going to recommend our newer clients just go ahead and preemptively set up a business account, okay? Business account, I guess what makes the personal and business different is a personal account, you only have so many options and settings when you log into PayPal. It doesn't have some of the same sort of graphs and reporting that you would have for a business account. So there's some added tools that you get with a business account. And the other thing is you can't really accept credit cards on a website unless you have a business account. So, for example, Delia, you may want to set up or upgrade your account to a business account because you're going to need to accept credit cards on the website, okay? And you can't really do that with a personal PayPal account. Now, what you can do with a personal PayPal account is you can collect money on eBay still. So if a lot of you guys who are just starting out or starting out on eBay, you can set up a personal account and then upgrade it to a business later, okay? I'm going to recommend going forward that most of you guys come right in here, select a business account, and then hit continue, okay? And yes, all of you guys can upgrade it to a business account. There's a place where you can do it. Hopefully I can show that to you just a little bit later on. Now there's two different types of business accounts. There's one called PayPal Payments Standard, and there's another one called PayPal Payments Pro. The Pro is $30 a month. We don't need the Pro. We just want to get the Standard, which is totally free. So let's hit Select Standard. The $30 a month one isn't worth it for you guys right now. Trust me. So then it's going to want your email address very first thing. And remember which email you use, because this email is going to be your official PayPal email. Now it can be switched later on, but you know, you'll probably just want to use one that you use all the time. And then it's going to ask for a little code here, I guess, to make sure I'm not a robot. So let me put this in. Hopefully I got that right. There you go. Okay, now you get to a little form like this that says sign up for a business account. Okay, so I got to create my login. So here's my email. That's going to be the first part of my login. I've got to put in a password here, right? Create a password. I've got to put in my first name. I got to put in my last name. So fill out the form. Now this is where a lot of my clients get hung up, where it asks for a legal business name. A lot of you guys are going to tell me, well, I don't have one yet. I'm just getting started, right? I don't have any legal business name. Well, that's okay. It says enter the business name. If there isn't one, then please enter something that best represents what you are doing. So it doesn't need to be anything official right here, right? So since you guys are doing an internet business, you could do like your initials. I could do like TS Internet Ventures. And that would be just fine as my business name on the account. Now later, when you officially register a business name with your state, which you'll do at some point in the future, you could come back in and change that later on your account. But PayPal doesn't really care. They just want to know what your business is generally about. And I use something generic just like that. TS Internet Ventures would be totally fine for you. Call it what you want to call it, okay? Then you put in a phone number right here. And I mean, you should just put in for now, your normal cell phone number. Would be completely fine. I'm trying to decide what I want to put in here. I'll just put in an office number. I mean, this is kind of a dummy account for me. So let me just put in kind of a random number and see if they're okay with that. So I'll do this number right here. Then I can put in an address. So I'll put in something random. Okay. So none of this is real, guys. I just want to kind of show you what this is going to be like when you do it. So I'm going to agree and continue. Okay, now they come to a screen like this and they ask you what type of business is it. Well, if you haven't registered an official LLC or a corporation, then you're probably this first one right here. You're an individual or you're a sole proprietorship, so just select that, okay? Then it's going to say, well, what business category is it in? Well, we're going to do a little bit of everything, and we don't necessarily have a specific niche picked out when you're first creating your account. So you're probably going to you're going to just pick something general. They have a retail, like a general retail category right here. That's what I'm going to select. None of this is a deal breaker at all. So I mean, it almost doesn't really matter what you choose. PayPal is just trying to get some information about you. We're going to choose variety store, right? Because we're going to sell a variety of different things. They want me to estimate my monthly sales now, and I'm going to just say up to, $5 grand a month, right? We'll just be conservative here. I can obviously do more than that later, right? But I just want to be conservative. It says, do you have a business website? No, I don't have a website right now, right? Or if I'm one of you guys and you're just starting, no, you don't have a website. So then I'm going to hit continue. Okay, so this is where I'm going to stop setting up my account here, because now they're going to ask me for the last four of my social and my date of birth. So anyway, I'm not going to put that information in. You would put in your information, last four of your social, your date of birth, you'd hit submit, and then your account would be ready to go, okay? Now, once that happens, guys, what'll happen is your screen will look something like this. Let me find my logged in screen here. Okay, here you go. This is for another account I created just earlier today. This is kind of what your screen might look like when you first log in. It may look a little bit different. I'm going to go to this setup page real quick. It may look like this. Oh, shoot, it's going to make me log in again real quick. Let me log in. Oh, they're going to make me verify my account here. Hold on just a sec. I may have to. Yeah, I'm going to turn off my screen share for just a second. That way you can't see what I put in to verify my account. Again, this is why a webinar with PayPal is a little tougher, right? Because I can't show you everything because it's sensitive financial information, right? I got to be careful about that. Hold on just a sec while I do this. Let's see. Hold on just a sec, guys. Okay. Here we go. Now I can show you. Let me get back to that setup page I was telling you guys about initially. So this is, your page might look something like this when you first get in. PayPal is going to want you to do some sort of a payment setup and an account setup. If you've already got your eBay account created, like right now, PayPal is trying to get me to create an eBay account. A lot of you guys will probably already have your eBay account created before you get to this point. Maybe not, though. Maybe you set up your PayPal first. But regardless, they're giving me a link to go over and create my account with eBay. Well, so since I've already got one, I'm pretty much good to go. I can go over to eBay, I can list an item, and during the listing process, there's going to be a little blank field for me to add in my PayPal address so that I can receive payment. I'll put my payment information there, and then I can move on to the next step. I can actually get my listing up, okay? Where you guys need to be a little concerned and where you need to spend a little bit of time when you first set up your PayPal account is in this second part right here, this account setup section, okay? So they're going to want to confirm my email, and I would click on this link to confirm my email just to make sure that I actually own the email I gave them. I won't show you that. I'm going to skip over that part. It also wants you to link your bank account. Now let me stop for just a second and talk about that for a minute. A lot of my clients get a little gun shy about that. They're like, oh, wait a minute, why does PayPal need to connect to my bank account, right? Well, I'll tell you why. As you start making money online and your account balance in PayPal starts to grow and grow and grow, there's going to come a time where you're going to need to transfer some money out to yourself, right? You're going to need to pay yourself. And unless you have your bank account linked up, there's not a quick and easy way to pay yourself. So you want to link up your own personal or a business bank account to your PayPal so you can easily transfer money to and from your accounts, mostly from, hopefully, if you're making good enough money in PayPal, you're moving that money out to a checking account that you can use more practically, okay? Otherwise, they have some different options, and I'll show you what I mean. Let me go back here to my summary up here at the very top. I'm going to click summary, and this is usually what your PayPal will look at or will look like when you log in. You'll have a money section right here to show how much money you have in your account. You have a list of your transactions here on the right with all your customers. As you get paid via eBay from customers, you're going to see transactions show up here. And that's one way you can always verify that you've got the money in your hand is if eBay says you made a sale, you log into PayPal and you just check here to make sure the money's actually in your account, okay? You can verify it that way. But let's say I had a big balance in this account, right? And I wanted to withdraw some money and take some of that money out of the account and use it for something else. Well, I would come here to this link here that says withdraw money. And if I click on that, it's going to give me a bunch of options here. Now, I know this is kind of small on your screen, guys, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. Here's your options if you want to get money out of your PayPal account. You can transfer money to your account, or I'm sorry, transfer money to your bank account, which takes 3 to 4 days and doesn't cost you anything. And that's why I recommended just a minute ago, when you're setting up your PayPal account, make sure you connect your bank account to it. That way that transfer is really easy. It's great. Then if I want to transfer $1,000 out, I transfer $1,000. 3 or 4 days later, it's in my account, and it doesn't cost me anything. There's other ways to get your money out, and these are less effective ways, but you can request a check. You can actually have PayPal write you a check and send it in the mail. It takes 5 to 10 days. It takes longer, plus there's a $1.50 charge for it, so it's just not very practical. I don't know if I would do that. You can actually use your PayPal account to shop. So, in other words, you can order a debit card from PayPal and have kind of like your own little PayPal debit card, and you can use that to pay for things. That card doesn't cost you any money, so you can apply for a card and get it that way. That's one way you can get your money out. You can get your money out of an ATM. It's $1.50 though. And then PayPal has special shopping offers where you can get discounts and stuff. And anyway, you can, that's free. You're just using your PayPal account to pay for products and services. But that's not what this is all about, right, guys? I mean, this is you guys are running a business. This is like your business checking account. So I would recommend you link up your bank account to your PayPal account, and then as needed, you can transfer money to and from. That's going to make the most sense for you guys going forward, okay? So, and you can do that just, again, under summary, right here, you've got this setup option, and you guys should all see this. And again, it's always going to look just a little bit different because PayPal is always changing its interface, but it should be similar to what you're seeing right here. I can go to the setup, and then I can go right here to account setup, this link, number 2. Account setup, and then right here I can click to link my bank account. But first, confirm your email. Click right here to confirm, then click on link your bank account, and it's going to take you through a step-by-step process of choosing who you bank with and then connecting your bank account. I think usually you have to use like a bank account number and a routing number off of a check to get it all connected, okay? If one of these banks isn't one that you have, come over here to I have a different bank, and I mean, they're connected with virtually any financial institution, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, I won't show you any more on this. If you need a little more help on this part, I'll have you contact your coach about it. Okay. Okay, and then it says this one is make your business name clear for customers. I guess customers, as they get invoices from you, either on the website or otherwise, you can have your business name appear, so it's not your name that appears on those invoices. It's your real business name. Okay, so for those of you guys who have a personal account and you're ready to upgrade to a business account, it doesn't cost anything, and you can usually just do it here in your profile. You go into your I don't think you'll have the business setup option, but you may have the profile and settings option. And if you click on that, usually there's an option under, it may even be my settings right here, where you can come in and actually change some settings and upgrade to a business account. It's in this profile. The reason why I'm waffling about it a little bit is, I'm not sure because I'm in a business account right now, so it's not giving me that option. But this is where you manage everything. You can change your email, your address, your phone number. You can add a credit card to your account. You can add your bank to your account. You can do a lot of this just through your profile and then profile and settings, okay? Now, again, I would say the main reason why you would want a business account is because there's some reports that it'll run. So I think it's under activities, or I'm sorry, no, under tools. Well, activity has it too. You can run some charts and graphs on your transactions, on expenses versus revenues. You can see some really neat graphs that show you that information a little easier. Under tools, you've got some cool stuff for businesses that you wouldn't otherwise have. So there's just a bunch of extras that eventually you guys will probably need. If you're only just going to get on and sell on PayPal or sell on eBay and you don't anticipate, using a website later on, then you can just set up a personal account and that should be fine. But because the business account doesn't cost you anymore and it's just as easy to set up, my recommendation is just create the business account early on because you'll probably want to do it later anyway. Okay? Let me see if I missed anything. I covered about what I wanted to. Last thing. I know this is mentioned in some of our other presentations, but it's worth mentioning again. When you start making sales on PayPal for the first time and you log in, you're going to notice that you've got money in your account, but it's going to show in sort of like a pending status, okay? And all that means is that PayPal, and this is very common of any financial institution that accepts payments, PayPal is holding your money temporarily that your customer has paid you because they want to make sure you're legitimate. They want to make sure you're actually going to take care of your customer, because if your customer doesn't get the product, they can go file a claim with PayPal, and PayPal is going to refund their money. So in order just to establish a little bit of trust, PayPal is going to expect you to do a good job, to take care of your customers before they release your money. And over time, the criteria is that in order to have your money released to you that very second, you need to have your account set up for 90 days, and it's got to be 90 days from your first successful transaction. You've got to have 25 total transactions during that period of time, and then you've got to have at least $250 worth of sales. They figure if your account's 3 months old, you haven't had a lot of problems or claims, you've done at least $250 in sales, and you've had 25 independent transactions, PayPal figures you're probably a pretty safe bet. And when somebody pays you, they assume you're not going to take that money and run. So they're just trying to make sure you're legit. That's all. And so if you guys see that pending status, just know we're aware of that. As you earn your stripes and earn a little bit of trust with PayPal, you'll get that money released to you much more quickly. And plus, if you're doing some selling on eBay, if you make a sale and you add in your tracking information into eBay, usually you have that money released to you within about a week or so anyway. All right? So those are just your PayPal money holds. I just thought I would bring that up because that's something that a lot of you guys will see. Okay, so are there any questions, guys, just generally about PayPal? I mean, this is supposed to be designed for our clients who are just barely starting, just to at least show you the ropes of getting in here and creating your account. We may do some more advanced stuff later. I just, like I said, I have a hard time being able to teach you really well inside PayPal when I can't very well get into my personal account and let you guys see a bunch of sensitive information. So I got to sort of just tell you about it, right? Speaking of, I want to give you guys PayPal's phone number, because if you have any problems, more often than not, I would recommend calling PayPal directly to help you with those problems, as opposed to, even having somebody here in our office help out. I mean, we're happy to help, don't get me wrong, but because it's got your own personal information, I think it's wise just to maybe go directly through PayPal if you have a problem with the setup. So it's the phone number's right there. It's 1-888-221-1161. They generally are very good. I've had to call PayPal over the years on numerous occasions. Feel comfortable calling and getting help from them. They can help you with whatever they need to. Okay. Dean, you just asked, when PayPal accepts credit accepts credit with them, do they pay us in full? Oh yeah, so you're talking about if a customer buys something and they're paying PayPal over time for that transaction, do you as the seller get paid in full? And the answer is yes. You guys may have noticed that on eBay a little bit. It'll say, hey, this item is $200, but if you can finance it over 6 months with PayPal by paying X number of dollars per month. Well, if somebody signs up for that option, yes, Dean, you still get paid in full as the seller. Did that answer your question? Did that make sense? Okay, great. Guys, not a lot of questions I see. Again, 1-888-221-1161. PayPal's totally safe. Use them. You're going to be using them a ton over the life of your website, of your web business. So get comfortable with them. And as a coaching group, we'll do our very best to answer any questions you have. But don't be put off if we tell you to call PayPal directly about things on occasion, because I think that's just sometimes a better bet to call them and get them to help out. Okay. All right. So with that said, we're going to finish up the recording. For those of you guys who watched this recorded, thanks for being here. Good luck in the program. We hope you do well, and we'll see you guys next time.